Hello. I'm going to read a story to you called The Little Fairy Girl. Story and art by Jill Watson. That's me. Read by the author. That's me. Once upon a time, there was a clever and kind little girl named Maggie. Maggie had a special way of getting to school every day. She rode a ferry boat. Each morning, Maggie would board the ferry with her jacket on and wave goodbye to the people on the shore. She loved the feeling of the wind in her hair and watching the seagulls fly around her. One day, as the ferry was crossing the Sound, a storm blew in. The sky grew dark and the wind began to howl. The waves crashed against the boat, making it rock back and forth. Maggie felt scared and alone. But then the captain of the ferry boat, seeing how frightened she was, came to Maggie and brought her to the helm of the boat. The captain even let Maggie steer the ferry with a big wooden wheel. Maggie was thrilled to be sitting next to the captain, helping her steer the boat through the storm and into calmer waters. As they traveled, the captain taught Maggie how to spot whales and jellyfish in the water. Maggie was amazed by the beauty of the creatures and the sound around her. Although Maggie sometimes felt lonely on the ferry boat, she found joy in the little moments of adventure. She ran on the deck as fast as she could. When she closed her eyes, she could hear seagulls calling to each other and the whales splashing in the waves. She imagined playing in the water with them. Maggie knew that she was very brave to take the ferry every day, even though she sometimes had scary thoughts about storms and being all alone at sea. She felt proud and grown up because she was the only little girl she knew who got to play on the deck of a boat every day, and she was the only little girl she knew who was friends with jellyfish and whales and seagulls. As she fell asleep every night in her warm bed, Maggie watched the waves and the creatures of the Sound in her mind. Maggie knew in her heart that she was truly never alone. Her animal friends watched over her just as she watched over them. The end.